Eso es todo, señor Olivo, ya puede colgar.
And what the page, what the case
Oh,
number?
Your Honor, Mr. Javier Huerta Jurado.
Counselor, may I please have the cause number?
Yes, ma'am. 2019 CCR 0062 and 2019 CCR 0063.
Thank you, Counselor. The interpreter is ready for the court, Your Honor.
Your Honor, in this case, Mr. Jurado is on the call. I believe he is muted. I am not sure if he is able to unmute himself.
En este momento, señor juez, el señor jurado se encuentra aquí presente. Tengo entendido que no tiene abierto su micrófono. No sé si él pueda abrirlo para que lo escuchemos. May the interpreter address Mr. Jurado, Your Honor?
Okay, Mr. Jurado. Oh yeah, I see him as well. Well, let me just, so for the record is case number 2019 CCR 0062 and case number 0063 State of Texas versus Javier Huerta.
Bien, yo sí puedo ver al señor jurado en este momento. Yo soy el juez. Antes de iniciar, voy a hacer los anuncios preliminarios. Se abre la sesión en las causas 2019 CCR 002 y 2019 CCR 003, intitulado El Estado de Texas en contra de Javier Huerta Jurado.
Can you hear us, Mr. Jurado?
Señor jurado, ¿nos puede escuchar?
Sí, señorita.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, counsel.
Adelante,
Honor,
abogada.
My apologies. This case is set for pretrial this morning, Your Honor. We have been advised by the state that the attorney handling the case will not be ready to proceed this week. So at this time, we would ask for one more pretrial and trial setting.
Su señoría, nos encontramos aquí presentes ante este tribunal para una audiencia previa al juicio esta mañana. Sin embargo, hemos sido informados por la Fiscalía que la Fiscalía no está lista todavía para proceder con esto. De ahí que le solicitamos una nueva audiencia previa a juicio posterior al día de hoy.
Okay, so we'll set it. Are you asking? Okay, so you're asking for pre-trial and trial, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
Nos está solicitando una audiencia previa a juicio y también una audiencia para el juicio. Sí, su señoría.
Okay, so pre-trial October 6th, trial October 12th.
Bien, le concedo entonces las siguientes fechas. La audiencia previa a juicio para octubre 6 de este año y la fecha para el juicio octubre 12 de este año.
Thank you, Your Honor. May Mr. Jurado be excused for today, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Muchas gracias, señor,
Sí, sí.
su señoría. ¿El señor jurado puede ser excusado el día de hoy? Sí, ya puede retirarse, señor jurado.
Gracias.
Bye, Mr. Jurado. Thank you.
Gracias.
Your Honor, there's nothing else for this interpreter. May she be excused?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
your assistance, ma'am.
You're very welcome, Counselor. Thank you very much, Your Honor. Always enjoy working with you. Take care.
Likewise.
Thank you.
Case number 2021 CCR 0036 State of Texas versus Mark Anthony Adame.
Jason Collin with Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid on behalf of Mr. Adame. Your Honor, he is on the call.
Let's see. Let's see, Mr. Adame. You? All right. Can you hear us, Mr. Adame?
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead.
Your Honor, this case is set for a plea.
Okay. Just for the record, the defendant's attorney and the prosecutors of the state have signed off that we would consider doing this, and we are video conference. And so with that, I'm gonna have Mr. Adame sworn in, please.
Mr. Adame, please raise your right hand to be sworn in. Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you are about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
State your name, please.
Mark Anthony Adame.
Mr. Adame, you're aware that you reached an agreement with the state through your attorney?
Yes, sir.
Are you familiar with the agreement?
Yes, sir.
Is anybody forcing you to take that agreement?
No, sir.
And you do understand that if this court rules in favor of abiding by the agreement, that you're waiving your right to appeal
Yes, sir.
unless you get approval from this court. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
And are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, sir.
Counsel, in your opinion, is your client competent?
Yes, Your Honor, I do believe that he is competent. He's been able to assist in his defense.
Okay, so with that, State, could you read the agreement, please?
Yes, Your Honor. In exchange for a plea of guilty, the defendant would be sentenced to 6 months, probated for 6 months, and the following conditions: payment of court costs, attorney's fees, a $350 fine, 40 community service hours, alcohol and drug evaluation and counseling, all standard conditions of probation, and random urinalysis and costs therefore.
Okay, having the State read the agreement out loud, do you understand it, Mr. Adame?
Yes, sir.
And how do you plead?
Guilty.
Court rules in favor of abiding by the agreement.
The state offers exhibits 1, 2, 3, and 4.
No objections from defense counsel, Your Honor.
Go ahead and admit it.
May Mr. Adame be excused at this time?
Yes, he may.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, he needs to contact the probation officer.
Yes, John Estrada with probation. Mr. Adame, can you please come into our office for processing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, come as soon as possible.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, you're excused. Case number 2019 CCR 0225, State of Texas versus Joshua Alejandro, and case number 0226 0227 0070 0044. Okay, so I'm told that, okay, well, let me confirm. Mr. Alejandro Ochoa, Mr. Joshua Alejandro, are you there? Can you hear us?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay, so your attorney asked, or was notified the court that he's gonna be a little late, okay? So I'm gonna recall. So what that means is that we're gonna hear your case as soon as your attorney is able to come on. So just
All right, yes, sir.
stay tuned. Case number 2019 CCR 0072, State of Texas versus Miguel Angel Almanza, and case number 0072.
Lilia Peña for Mr. Almanza, Your Honor. He's in custody. And I saw him a second ago.
Okay. Can you hear us, Mr. Almanza? Yes, okay. Go ahead, Counsel.
Your Honor, on this case, he's gonna be sentenced on August 11th to a felony. And part of the plea agreement in the felony case was that the misdemeanor cases would be dismissed. I'm asking the court for a PR bond on these two misdemeanor cases. He does have a PR bond on the felony case. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Did we have one initially?
Your Honor, the state has no objection so long as the court admonishes the defendant that he must appear for court for his plea.
Yes, we were checking to see if there was an initial bond. So that's what we'll do. We'll just, Mr. Almanza, you've been granted a bond request at the district court level. So I'll just leave it at that. Be sure that you're present on the next hearing date that we're going to give you, and next hearing date for us would be September the 8th.
9 o'clock, Your Honor?
Mom, we're late. 10.
Okay, you need to put your phone on mute, whomever's whispering. Okay, I'm sorry, counsel, were you saying something?
September 8th at 9 o'clock,
Yes, ma'am.
both cases.
Yes, on both cases.
Okay. Did you hear that, Mr. Almanza? Okay. And please contact our office as soon as you get released.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Just, no, no one. Yes, the number. Case number 2020 CCR 0181, State of Texas versus Juan Pablo Ambriz.
Jason Collins with Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid on behalf of Juan Pablo Ambriz. They are on the screen. They're in custody.
Okay. Mr. Ambriz, can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Your Honor, this case is set for a plea. We did submit the paperwork. I do
Yes,
not know if it was
It's
filed.
here, it's here before me. And so just for the record, defendant attorney, and the state have signed off on doing this plea through video conference. So with that, I'm going to have Mr. Ambriz sworn in, please.
Would you please raise your right hand to be sworn in?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
State your name, please.
Juan P. Ambriz Jr.
Mr. Ambriz, you realize that you've reached an agreement with the state through your attorney?
Yes,
Are you familiar with the agreement?
yes,
Is anybody forcing you to take that agreement?
no,
And you're aware that if this court rules in favor of abiding by the agreement, that you're waiving your right to appeal
yes,
unless you get approval from this court?
yes,
And are you a U.S. citizen?
yes,
Counsel, in your opinion, is your client competent?
Your Honor, I've had multiple conversations with them. I do believe them to be competent.
Okay, State, you want to read the agreement, please?
Your Honor, may I please call upon the defense attorney to read the agreement? I don't have it in front of me and I can't locate it.
All right.
That's fine, Your Honor. I can. In this case, in exchange for a plea of guilty, the defendant is sentenced to 60 days county jail, along with court costs and attorney's fees.
Okay. Having your attorney read out the agreement, Mr. Ambriz, do you understand it?
yes, sir.
How do you plead?
Guilty.
All right. Court rules in favor of abiding by the agreement.
The state offers exhibits 1, 2, 3, and 4.
No objections, Your Honor.
Noted and admitted. Okay, so let's see. We have to report to.
May Juan Ambriz be excused at this time, Your Honor?
You may.
Thank you.
Case number 2019 CCR 0164, State of Texas versus Marilu Arredondo, and case number 0165.
Good morning, Your Honor. Edelmiro Arredondo, present for Mary Lou Arredondo.
Okay. Ms. Arredondo, can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Go ahead and proceed, counsel.
Your Honor, Judge, my client, she has a pending felony, Judge, scheduled for, I believe, mid-August. Need a little bit of more time just so we can work out both cases. Judge.
And it's for, I didn't catch the date. August?
Yes, my client has a felony scheduled, Your Honor, for mid-August, Judge.
Mid-August,
Need a
okay.
little more time so we can work out both cases.
Set it for September the 8th.
What was the date, Your Honor?
September the 8th.
One more issue, Your Honor, on my client. So she does have a breathalyzer, Your Honor. I'm wondering if we can do a normal motion to remove the device at this time, Judge.
The state is opposed to that request. The state asked that the defense attorney make his request in writing so that the state has time to adequately respond and time as well.
Yes, and I agree with the state council.
Okay.
Submit your request and then
I will, Your Honor. I'll go ahead and file the adequate motion, Judge.
All right.
Okay. May I be excused?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
Thank you.
You're excused, Mr. Adon. Case number 2019 CCR 0259, State of Texas versus Ernesto Salazar Arellano.
It's here.
Joseph Moreno, Texas Rio Grande do Lake from Mr. Adriano. Judge, he is on the call. On this case, we're asking for another announcement in trial setting.
Mr. Arellano, can you hear us?
See, it's here.
All right. Okay, so next hearing date is. We still have September or October open, council.
September should be fine, Judge.
September 8th for pre-trial, September 9th for trial.
Thank you, Judge. May Mr. Salazar be excused?
You may.
Mr. Salazar, yo le hablo, sir. Ya se puede ir.
Ok, gracias, muchas gracias.
Case number 2019 CCR 0163, State of Texas versus Bobby, is it Tyrone Brown? Mr. Brown, are you on? Okay. He wasn't on the initial call. I'm gonna recall. Case number 2021 CCR 0058, State of Texas versus Valerie Lee Carvajal.
Good morning, Your Honor. Lilia Peña for the defendant. On this case, Your Honor, she has a felony pending. It's set for August 11th. If we can get a date right after that, so we get to resolve this matter also. It's from the same incident.
Okay, next hearing date after that would be September the 8th.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
You may.
I believe Ms. Carvajal is somewhere in here.
Yes.
I'm right here.
Yes.
Thank you,
September
Your
8th, Ms. Carvajal. Okay. Case number 2020 CCR 0095, State of Texas versus Nereida Cecilia Carreon. Ms. Nereida Cecilia Carreon, are you on? How about Council Canales? Done work for him. Go ahead and recall. Case number 2021 CCR 0008, State of Texas versus Clarissa Elda Cavazos. Ms. Cavazos, are you on?
Daniel Canasto, Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid, on behalf of Ms. Cavazos, Your Honor. She has just informed me that she was trying to join the Zoom call but was getting an error message. She will continue to try to get on if the court could recall her case.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and recall.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We'll make note of it. Was she on the initial call? Case number 2019 CCR 0083, State of Texas versus Robert Cavazos Jr. and case number 0256.
Good morning, Your Honor. Novia Denise for Mr. Cavazos.
Good morning. Mr. Cavazos, are you on? Was he on earlier? Mr. Cavazos, are you on? I'm told he wasn't on the initial roll call either. I'm gonna go ahead and recall.
Thank you, Judge. I'll stay on.
All right. Case number 2020 CCR 0051, State of Texas versus David Guadalupe Cáceres and case number 0052.
Daniel Canasto, Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid, on behalf of Mr. Cáceres, Your Honor. I do believe he's on the call this morning.
Mr. Cáceres, can you hear us?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
All right, go ahead, Counsel.
Your Honor, in this case, we have reached an agreement with the state. Mr. Cáceres has accepted a pretrial diversion offer. If we could just have one more status setting to get him signed up.
Okay. We're gonna do September 8th.
Thank you, Your Honor. And that's for both clause numbers.
That is correct.
Thank you. May he be excused for today, sir?
He may.
All right, thank you, Judge. Have a nice day.
You. Case number 2019 CCR 0139, State of Texas versus Jose Angel Conde.
Jason Collin with Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid on behalf of Mr. Conde. He is on the call.
Mr. Conde, can you hear us? I can see him. Mr. Conde, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. Go ahead, counsel.
Your Honor, this is Mr. Moreno's case. In this case, we're just asking for trial and trial settings.
Can y'all hear me?
Okay, September, yes. September 8th pre-trial, September 9th for trial.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Okay, did you get the dates?
Your Honor, we got him. I'm not sure if Mr. Conde got him.
All right.
Mr. Conde. The case was reset to September 8th for a pretrial.
All right.
Judge, may Mr. Conde be excused?
Yes, you may. Case number 2019 CCR 0243, State of Texas versus Otilio Conde.
Jason Collin with Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid on behalf of Mr. Conde. I do believe he's
I'm
on the-
here.
Okay, go ahead, counsel.
Your Honor, we're making the same announcement, asking for pretrial and trial settings.
September 8th, pre-trial, September 9th, trial.
Thank you, Your Honor. May Mr. Conde be excused at this time?
May.
May.
Case number 2020 CCR 0153, State of Texas versus Jeanette Contreras.
That's the Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid on behalf of Ms. Contreras, Your Honor. I do believe she's on the call right now.
Ms. Contreras, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
All right, go ahead, counsel.
Your Honor, this case is currently set for pretrial and trial this week. However, the state has informed us it would not be ready to proceed.
Okay,
Tomorrow.
we can barely hear you, counsel.
My apologies, sir. I don't know if this is any better.
Okay, that's a lot better. Yes, go ahead.
Okay. In this case, Your Honor, we're asking for one more pretrial and trial setting.
Okay. September 8th, pre-trial, September 9th, trial.
Thank you, Your Honor. May Ms. Contreras be excused for today, sir?
You may.
Thank you.
Case number 2020 CCR 0156, State of Texas versus Hilario Cruz.
I'm here.
Joseph Moreno, Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid for Mr. Cruz, Your Honor. We're asking for announcement and trial setting. A pretrial and trial setting, excuse me.
That'll be September 8th, pre-trial, September 9th, trial, counsel.
Thank you, Judge. May Mr. Cruz be excused?
May.
Thank you.
Case number 2018 CCR 0148, State of Texas versus Albert de la Paz, and case number 0024, 0025, 0026, 0027, 0028.
Yeah. Did you make them? Yeah.
Somebody you need to put your phone on mute.
We're gonna set these remote numbers.
Okay, so there was a request submitted.
Yes, and we're gonna set them for November 2nd.
Okay, so on these, there was a request submitted and it has to do with health issues. So I went ahead and honor it. And we're gonna reschedule it for November 2nd for status. For the record, November 2nd. Case number 2020 CCR 0145, State of Texas versus Isidro Daniel de Ochoa.
Jason Collin with Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid on behalf of Mr. De Ochoa. I do believe he's on the call.
Yeah, I'm right here. Okay, go ahead, Counsel.
Your Honor, in this case, we've been informed by the attorney working that we would not be ready to proceed to trial this week, so we're asking for a new retrial and trial date.
That'll be September 8th pre-trial, September 9th trial, Counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor. May Mr. De Ochoa be excused at this time?
May. Case number 2021 CCR 0086, State of Texas versus Ismael Tanguma Echavarria, and case number 0087. Mr. Echavarria, can you hear us?
Joseph Moreno, Texas Rio Grande do Sul, from Mr. Chavarria. I just spoke to him yesterday. He has his Zoom information. I'm not sure if he's having trouble getting on.
Is he on the roll call? He's not on, council, and he wasn't on the initial call. I'm gonna go ahead and recall. Case number 2021 CCR 0049, State of Texas versus Tricia Lynn Flores. And case number 0026.
Jason Collin with Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid on behalf of Ms. Flores. I do believe she's on the call, Your Honor.
Yes, I see.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good.
Your Honor, in these cases, we have received offers from the state. I do believe we're likely to accept those offers. We're asking for a just to finalize the process.
All right. We're gonna schedule it for September 8th, council.
Thank you, Your Honor. May Ms. Flores be excused at this time?
May I interrupt really quick? I'm sorry, Mr. Collin, did you say that you were likely to accept?
Right, we just need to finalize a few more terms, yes.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank
I
you.
apologize, Judge.
Thank you.
Great. Case number 2021 CCR 0074, State of Texas versus Steve Garcia Jr. Steve Garcia Jr., are you on? All right, he wasn't on the initial roll call. I'm gonna go ahead and recall. Case number 2021 CCR 0077, State of Texas versus Israel Garcia Hernandez. Mr. Hernandez, are you on? Okay, he wasn't the initial call. I'm gonna recall. Case number 2020 CCR 0068, State of Texas versus Greg Garza. I did. Okay, so I'm told that I already signed off on this one to abate, so for the record. Okay, case number 2020 CCR 0133, State of Texas versus Miguel Garza.
I'm sorry.
Mr. Garza, can you hear us? Unmute yourself.
Excuse me, sir? Yeah.
Yeah, can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
Okay, who's your attorney?
Anthony Cornejo.
Okay, I'm gonna recall. We're having trouble giving him the instructions to how he can sign on, Mr. Garza. So I'm gonna recall. So just hang on.
All right. All right. Thank you.
Case number 2020 CCR 0183, State of Texas versus Caricia Marie Gomez, and case number 0184 0185.
Good morning, Your Honor. Mauricio Garcia for Ms. Caricia Marie Gomez. She is online. I can see her.
Okay, can you hear us, Ms. Gomez?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, so I have the plea papers before me.
Yes.
Just for the record, defendant's attorney and the state have signed off on this legal conference. So with that, I'm going to have Ms. Gomez get sworn in, please.
Ms. Gomez, please raise your right hand to be sworn in. Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you are about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
State your name, please.
Caricia Marie Gomez.
Ms. Gomez, you're aware that you've reached an agreement with the state through your attorney?
Yes, sir.
You understand the agreement?
Yes, sir.
Does anybody force you to take that agreement?
No, sir.
You do understand that if this court rules in favor of abiding by the agreement, that you're waiving your right to appeal
Yes, sir.
unless you get approval from this court. You understand that,
Yes, sir.
right? Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, sir.
State, you want to read the agreement, please?
Yes, Your Honor, and if Mr. Garcia would please correct me if I'm wrong. In cause number 2020 CCR 183, in exchange for a plea of guilty, Ms. Gomez would be sentenced to 6 months in the Willacy County Jail, probated for 6 months, all standard conditions of probation. It would run concurrent with cause number 2020 CCR 184. The state would dismiss cause number 2020 CCR 185, and it would run concurrent with felony cause number 2020 CR 100. In cause number 2020 CCR 184, the agreement is that in exchange for a plea of guilty, Ms. Gomez would be sentenced to 6 months in the Willacy County Jail, probated for 1 year, all standard conditions of probation, and to run concurrent with those other cause numbers, Judge.
Okay. Counsel,
Yes, Your Honor.
you agree to the agreement? Is that the agreement?
Yes, that is the agreement, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Gomez, having the state read out the agreement, do you understand it?
Yes, sir.
And how do you plead to the charges?
Excuse me, sir?
How do you plead to the charges? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Okay. Court rules in favor of abiding by the agreement.
In each of the 2 cause numbers, Your Honor, the state offers exhibits 1, 2, 3, and 4.
No objection.
Noted. Rules in favor of abiding by the agreement. Okay, so Ms. Gomez, you need to report to the probation officers.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. That is it for me. May I be excused.
You may.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Ms. Lina.
Thank you.
May I be excused?
Yes, you may.
Yes, Ms. Gomez, make sure you come into our office right now for processing, okay? This is the probation department.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Case number 2020 CCR 0246, State of Texas versus
Gotta go.
Juan Carlos Gomez, and case number 0247 0248.
Joseph Moreno, Texas Rio Grande Legal Late for Mr. Juan Carlos Gomez, Your Honor. I went to go see him at the jail, and my understanding is that he's been sent up to TDCJ. He pled guilty on some felony charges, and he was sentenced to 5 years. And even though these cases were pending, he still was sent up, Judge.
State.
Your Honor, the state would ask for a recess to figure out the logistics and how we will dispose of these misdemeanor cases. If Mr. Moreno isn't opposed, the state would ask for an October or November setting.
I'm not opposed to that, Judge.
So we'll set it for November 2nd on all 3 cases.
Thank you.
Well, Your Honor, sure, I mean, that'd be fine, but I think if the state intends to bring him down here at some point, I suppose a warrant would need to be issued.
I will look into that, Your Honor, and take care of it, Mr. Moreno.
Thank you.
Case number 2014 CCR 0013, State of Texas versus Mariana Elizabeth Gonzalez.
Jason Collin with Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid on behalf of Ms. Gonzalez. I do believe she's on the call, Your Honor.
Ms. Gonzalez, can you hear us?
She's nodding, but I think her.
Yes, I think I see you. You're on mute, Ms. Gonzalez. Can you hear us?
Now I got it.
All right. Okay. All right, go ahead, Counsel.
Your Honor, in this case, we have received an offer. I do believe we're close to resolution. We're asking for one more reset to finalize everything.
Okay, so we're gonna set it for September the 8th.
Thank you, Your Honor. May Ms. Gonzalez be excused at this time?
She may.
Thank you.
Case number 2021 CCR 0047, State of Texas versus Marcos Guerrero, and case number 008200830084.
8432.
Joseph Moreno with Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid, Judge, for Mr. Marcos Guerrero. He has felonies pending, Judge. We're asking that this case be reset for announcement trial. We'd be okay with an October 2nd, Judge.
Mr. Guerrero, are you on? Can you hear us?
He's in the jail, Judge. He's in front of the camera.
I don't see. Can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you're asking for
We're asking for a pre-trial and trial setting in October, Judge.
I was concentrating and making sure he was listening. Okay, September 8th for pre-trial, September 9th for trial, Counsel.
Okay, that's fine, Judge. Thank you.
May I be excused?
Yes, you may.
Thank you, sir.
Case number 2021 CCR 0051, Texas versus Donato Gutierrez Jr.
Jason Collins, Mr. Grande, legal aid on behalf of Mr. Gutierrez. I do believe he's on the call, Your Honor.
So Gutierrez, can you hear us?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, go ahead, Counsel.
Your Honor, in this case, we have received an offer. We are rejecting the offer, asking for pretrial and trial dates.
Pre-trial September 8th, trial September 9th.
Thank you, Your Honor. May Mr. Gutierrez be excused at this time?
You may.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Have a good day.
Case number 2020 CCR 0136, Texas versus Mario Alberto Hernandez.
As for Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid, Mr. Hernandez, Your Honor. I do believe he's on the call this morning.
Mr. Hernandez, can you hear us?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, go ahead, Counsel.
Your Honor, in this case, we do have an offer from the state. I'm asking for one more status to try to get the case worked out.
All right, so we'll set it for September 8th.
Thank you, Your Honor. May he be excused for today, sir?
Okay,
Thank you, Judge.
thank you. Case number 2019 CCR 0245, State of Texas versus Alejandro Herrera.
Joseph Moreno, Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid for Mr. Herrera, Your Honor. Mr. Herrera is in custody, Judge. He's in front of the camera. This is a case, Judge, where we do have a plea agreement, and it's a time served deal, and he's got more than sufficient time. We simply haven't received the plea packet or been able to get him signed up. I don't know if the court wants to put us in a breakout room. I think maybe we'll consider the possibility of a cold plea if the court would entertain that, Judge.
We can certainly do that.
So if the court would recall the case once the docket is over, and maybe I can talk to Mr. Herrera in a breakout room and discuss with him the procedural aspects of a cold plea, Judge.
Okay. All right, so what we'll do is we'll set you up during the break.
Sure. Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Now I'm gonna go ahead and read. Case number 2019 CCR 0119, State of Texas versus Bridget Nicole Huerta. And case number 0157.
I'm here, Judge. Good morning.
Joseph Moreno with Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid for Ms. Huerta on one of her cases, Judge. I've got her on 2020 CCR 0157. On that case, Judge, we're asking for an announcement and trial set. I believe that Mr. Solis represents her on the other case.
I'm showing on that one, so let me just, for the record, recall that. And just to make sure that. And then on case number 0157, I'm sorry, Counsel, you're asking for
Pre-trial and trial setting, Judge.
Okay, so we go with September 8th for pre-trial, September 9th for trial.
What were those days again, Judge?
September 8th for trial, September 9th for pre-trial.
Thank you, Judge.
I'm sorry, September 8th pre-trial, September 9th for trial.
Thank you, Judge. Since she has the other case pending, I will not ask that she be excused at this time. I think Mrs.
correct.
Solis has the other case.
Ms. Huerta, yes, I'm gonna recall, which means you need to hang on until your attorney is able to come on.
Okay, no problem, Judge.
All right. That's case number 2020 CCR 0125, State of Texas versus Gustavo Ledesma, and case number 0126.
Joseph Moreno, Texas Rio Grande legal aid for Mr. Ledesma. Judge, he answered earlier when his name was called. I believe he's on the phone.
I'm here. All right, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Your Honor, I believe we're still trying to work these cases out. We're asking for another status setting.
So we're gonna set it for September the 8th.
Thank you, Judge. May Mr. Ledesma be excused?
You may.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Judge.
September 8th, Mr. Ledesma. Case number 201
right.
CCR 0266, State of Texas versus Janie Loya.
Joseph Moreno, Texas Rio Grande legal aid for Mr. Loya, Judge. For Miss Loya, I apologize. I sent her some text messages regarding today's Zoom. She did respond. I'm not sure if she's having issues with her internet. I have not heard from her this morning.
So I'm gonna go ahead and recall. She wasn't on the initial call either. Case number 2019 CCR 0047, State of Texas versus Jessica Yadira Magana.
So Texas Rio Grande legal aid on behalf of Ms. Magana, Your Honor. I do believe she's on the call this morning.
Ms. Magana, are you on?
Yes.
Go ahead, Counsel.
Your Honor, in this case, we have discussed the trial setting with the state and we have agreed to reset it to September if the court would give us a new pretrial and trial setting.
Okay, so we'll do September 8th pre-trial, September 9th for trial.
Thank you, Your Honor. May she be excused for today, sir?
You may. Case number 2020 CCR 0165, State of Texas versus Abigail Martinez, and case number 0166.
So Texas Rio Grande legal aid on behalf of Ms. Martinez, Your Honor. I do believe she's on the call this morning.
Yes, yes, I am.
Your Honor, in this case, these two cases are set to be dismissed as part of a felony plea that Ms. Martinez has entered. She is set to be sentenced in the felony case on August 11th. If we could have one more status setting for after that date to allow her to be sentenced.
Okay, so we'll set it for September the 8th.
Thank you, Your Honor. May she be excused for today?
You may.
Thank you.
Case number 2019 CCR 0157, State of Texas versus Mario Alberto Martinez. Mr. Martinez, can you hear us? Is he on? No. All right, he wasn't on the initial call either, so I'm going to recall. Case number 2021 CCR 0069, State of Texas versus Merardo Martinez Hernandez.
Joseph Moreno, Texas Rio Grande legal aid for Mr. Hernandez, Judge. He's in custody in Willacy County. I don't see him in front of the camera.
Good morning, Judge. You refuse to come to court.
Okay. Can you hear us, Mr. Hernandez?
Your Honor, the announcement from the jailer was that Mr. Hernandez refused to come to court, I believe.
Well, the reason I asked is because I see somebody on the screen.
There's somebody there, Judge. I don't think that's him.
Somebody else. All right, so Mr. Hernandez refuses to appear. I'm gonna go ahead and recall it.
And Your Honor, for the record, he has refused to come down and see me when I have gone to visit him at the jail.
All right, noted. Case number 2021 CCR 0072, State of Texas versus Hugo Humberto Martinez Reynaga. With Mr. Attorney Travis Pence is here. Mr. Hugo Humberto Martinez Reinaga, are you on?
Yes.
Did I hear a yes?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. Okay. When was the last time you talked to your attorney?
I haven't spoken to him. He hasn't called me. I called him, but he never answers.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna recall and see if we can get him.
The last time I was here was in.
Okay, Mr. Reinaga, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna recall, which means you need to stay on. All right, and pretty soon we're gonna be breaking we're gonna recess for a little while. We'll see if we can get him.
Hey, sorry, Janie Loya, I just logged on.
Okay, hold on, Midnight. Okay, so I'm recalling case number 2021 CCR 0072, Mr. Reinaga. So hang in there. Okay. Case number, just stay on, Ms. Loya, I think it was you, just stay on there. Case number 2019 CCR 0013, State of Texas versus Vicente Martinez Zuniga, and case number 0001.
Good morning, Honor. Alejandro Gaga here on behalf of Mr. Martinez Zuniga. He's here on Zoom, so I'm logged on.
Okay. Is he there with you?
No, Judge, he was logged on on his own device.
Okay, Mr. Zuniga, can you hear us?
Where's he at? I see his little box. I'm not sure if he can hear us or went to the restroom, but he's here, Judge.
Okay.
Your Honor, the state would ask that he turn his camera on and announce himself.
Yeah, Mr. Zuniga, you need to turn your camera on and also unmute yourself. So I'm gonna go ahead and recall. Maybe you can make contact with him, counsel.
I just texted him to see if he can hear us. I'm not sure if he can hear us, but I'll get him on, Judge.
All right.
Thank you, Judge.
Case number 2020 CCR 0085, State of Texas versus Martin.
Hello?
Mendoza. Okay, Mr. Zuniga, just hang on in there. So case number 0085, 0086, 0087, 0088, 0089, 0090, 0091, 0092, 0093, and 0175. Mr. Martin Gerardo Mendoza, are you on? This one?
Right here, sir. I'm right here.
Okay, go ahead, counsel.
Your Honor, Joseph Moreno, Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid. The docket shows that we are on the case for him. However, I believe that he hired Juan Guerra, and Mr. Guerra had filed some writs of habeas corpus for Mr. Mendoza while he was still in custody. I think Mr. Guerra is on his case, Judge.
Mendoza, can you hear me?
Yes, Your Honor.
Who's your attorney in these cases?
It was for, these were for Moreno, Legal Aid.
Okay.
And Mr. Guerra was just hired for some writs.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do, Mr. Mendoza, I'm gonna recall so that you and Mr. Moreno can talk to each other. Then I'm gonna bring it back in a while.
Yes, sir.
Very good.
All right. Okay, so let me go back. I think
Your Honor, do I have to stay on or I log off?
no, stay on, but put yourself on mute. Yeah, it'll be a while. But you, oh well, I shouldn't have said that. However, you can make contact with Mr. Moreno. Mr. Moreno, are you gonna?
Your Honor,
Yes.
On these cases, before Mr. Guerra filed the writs, we had been announcing ready for trial. If the court would reset this case to September, between now and then, I'll get in touch with Mr. Mendoza. If he still wants to fight the case, we're ready to go forward. Judge.
Okay, so you're asking for pre-trial and trial.
Judge.
All right, September 8th, pre-trial, September 9th for trial.
Thank you, Judge. And Judge, since Mr. Mendoza is no longer in custody, can I ask him to give me his phone number so I can reach out to him?
Mr. Mendoza?
My phone number is 956-957-7005.
Thank you, sir. I'll be giving you a call.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Mendoza. So having have the dates now, you don't you're excused for today.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm gonna bring this one back. 2020 CCR 0001, State of Texas versus Vicente Martinez Zuniga. I think he came on right after. Yeah, there he is. Sir Zuniga, can you hear me? You're on mute. Mr. Zuniga?
Hello?
Yes. Go
I
ahead.
can hear you, sir.
All right.
There we go. And Judge, again, for the record, Alejandro Gaga here on behalf of Mr. Zuniga. Judge, on this one, we have two cases here today. It's 2019 CCR 0013 and 2020 CCR 0001. Both of these matters should be resolved with the plea in the felony court. We have a pending felony and we intend to plea in August, and then these cases should be resolved within that plea.
Okay, so you're asking, and what tentatively, what dates are those?
I believe it's August 28th.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and set it for September the 8th.
Thank you, Judge. And again, they should be resolved by then.
Okay. Mr. Zuniga, September the 8th.
All righty. Thank you, sir.
Continue to communicate with your attorney.
Yes,
Judge,
sir.
that's all I
Thank
have.
you.
May we be excused?
Yes, sir, you may.
Thank you, Judge. You take care.
Thank you. Okay, let's see. Case number 2020 CCR 0131, State of Texas versus Eloy Nieto Jr.
Joseph Moreno, Texas, Rio Grande, Legal Aid for Mr. Nieto. Judge, I believe he did answer. His name was called earlier.
Mr. Nieto, are you on? Oh, and also case number 0132. We got two cases. Oh, I see him now. Unmute yourself, Mr. Nieto. Can you hear us?
Oh, yes, sir.
All right, go ahead, Counsel.
Your Honor, we're ready for trial on these cases.
Your Honor, yesterday the state filed a sworn written motion for continuance based on unavailability of a crucial witness. The state asked that that another pre-trial and trial settings be given over the objection of Mr. Moreno.
Okay, I have it here. All right, so we're gonna set it for September 8th. September 8th for pre-trial, September 9th for trial.
Thank you, Judge. May Mr. Nieto be excused?
Okay. Case number 2020 CCR 0210, State of Texas versus Felipe Olivares Jr. Mr. Olivares. All right, he wasn't here in the initial call. I'm gonna go ahead and recall. Case number 2020 CCR 0180, State of Texas versus Elidoro Perales Jr.
Joseph Moreno, Texas, Rio Grande, Legal Aid for Mr. Perales, Your Honor. He called me this morning and told me he's having trouble logging on to Zoom. His sister called me and said that she thinks that he's on. He says that he can see Your Honor, but he can't hear anything or see anybody else. I've just sent him a text with the number that he can call. Then I'm not sure if he's on, Judge.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and recall. And I don't think he was in the initial call.
He didn't answer, Judge, but he had been having internet connectivity issues.
Yeah, and I think counsel calling in by phone is something that should be doable.
Yes, Judge.
Mhm. And also, Mr. Moreno, is he local?
He's local, Judge, but he's working up north currently.
Oh, okay. But nonetheless, no recall. Case number 2020 CCR 0244, State of Texas versus Jeremy Allen Portal. Huh? Porter. Yeah. Oh, okay. So, yeah. There was an order to reset, and I'm honoring it. And we're scheduling it for October 6th for the record. Case number 2021 CCR 0030, State of Texas versus Alejandro Puga, in case number 0031.
And I am gonna ask the Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid on behalf of Mr. Puga, Your Honor. I do believe he's on the call this morning.
Mr. Puga, you need to turn on the camera.
Yes, sir.
There you go. Okay, go ahead.
Honor, in this case, we do have an offer from the state. If I could have one more status setting to try to work the cases out.
Okay, so we're gonna set it for September the 8th, Council.
Thank you, Your Honor. May Mr. Puga be excused for today, sir?
May. Case number 2020 CCR 0199, State of Texas versus Juan Alberto Ramirez. Also, there was an order to reset. I'm honoring it, and we're scheduling it for September the 8th for the record. Case number 2020 CCR 0241, State of Texas versus Antonia Maria Ramos, in case number 0242.
Jason Collin with Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid for Ms. Ramos. I do believe she's on the call, Your Honor.
She is. I see her. Ms. Ramos, can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead, Counsel.
Your Honor, in this case, we did reach an agreement with the state. We're asking for one more status so that we can finalize that.
Scheduled for September 8th, Counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor. Will Mr. Ramos be excused at this time?
May. Case number 013439, State of Texas versus Robert Reyes.
Jason Collin with Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid on behalf of Mr. Reyes. He's in custody. He's on the screen, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Reyes, can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead, Counsel.
Your Honor, in this case, we're asking for pre-trial and trial dates.
Pre-trial September 8th, trial September 9th.
Thank you, Your Honor. May Mr. Reyes be excused at this time?
May.
Thank you.
Case number 2020 CCR 0164, State of Texas versus Mariano Rios.
How you doing, Judge?
Your Honor, I believe there was an agreement between the state and Mr. Ernie Hernandez to reset this cause.
That is correct. I'm told for November 2nd. Mr. Rios, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. What was that again?
So your case is set at the request of your attorney, and the state agreed for November the 2nd.
Thank you, sir. Can I be dismissed?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Case number 2019 CCR 0173, State of Texas versus Ricardo Rivera.
I'm here, sir.
Texas Rio Grande legal aid for Mr. Rivera, Judge. He is on the call. This is a case that I believe we're gonna have it worked out. We're just asking for one more status setting, Judge.
Set it for September the 8th. Okay, September the 8th, Mr. Rivera. Your excuse.
Okay.
Case number 2019 CCR 0249, State of Texas versus Ricardo Tomas Rodriguez.
I ask for Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid on behalf of Mr. Rodriguez, Your Honor. I do believe he's on the call this morning.
Yes,
No.
it is. Okay. Go ahead,
Your
Tom.
Honor, in this case, we have discussed a trial setting with the state and we have agreed to reset it to September if the court would give us one more pretrial and trial setting.
September 8th, pre-trial, September 9th for trial.
Thank you, Your Honor. May he be excused for today?
You may.
Thank you.
Case number 2020 CCR 0163, State of Texas versus Ivan Joel Romero. Mr. Romero, are you on? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and recall. Let's keep up with it. Case number 2020 CCR 0074, State of Texas versus John Esteban Rosales in case number 0227. Mr. Rosales, are you on? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and recall. He was not on the initial call either. Roll call. Case number 2021 CCR 0079, State of Texas versus Samantha Renee Salazar, and case number 0080.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ryan Solis for Mrs. Salazar. She's present and ready for a plea.
Okay, and just for the record, defendant's attorney, and the state have agreed to do this through video conference. So with that, I'll have Ms. Salazar be sworn in, please.
Ms. Salazar, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that the testimony that you are about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Ms. Salazar, well, state your name, please.
Samantha Renee Salazar.
Ms. Salazar, you're aware that you reached an agreement with the state through your attorney?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand the agreement?
Yes, sir.
Is anybody forcing you to take the agreement?
No, sir.
And you do know that if this court rules in favor of abiding by the agreement, that you're waiving your right to appeal
Yes.
unless you have approval from this court.
Yes.
And are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Okay. Counsel, in your opinion, is your client competent?
She's competent, Judge.
All right. With that, State, you want to read the agreement, please?
Yes, Your Honor, and if Mr. Solis would please correct me if I'm incorrect. In cause number 2021 CCR 80, in exchange for a plea of guilty, the defendant would be sentenced to 2 years deferred adjudication with the same conditions as felony cause number 2021 CR 20 and 2021 CCR 70, and all cause numbers would run concurrent. In cause number 2021 CCR 79, in exchange for a plea of guilty, the defendant would be sentenced to 2 years deferred adjudication, the same conditions as felony cause number 2021 CR 20 and misdemeanor cause 2021 CCR 80, and again, all causes to run concurrent.
Okay. Ms. Salazar, having the state read out the agreements, do you understand?
Yes.
And how do you plead to the
I plead guilty.
to both cases?
Yes.
All right. This court rules in favor of abiding by the agreement.
In each of those two cause numbers, Your Honor, the state offers exhibits 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Judge.
Noted and admitted. Court rules in favor of abiding by the agreement. Okay. not sure if she's needing to report. So you'll be needing to report to probation, Ms. Salazar.
Yes, Ms. Salazar needs to come in today to be processed for these cases.
Oh, okay.
All right.
May she be excused, Your Honor.
She may come.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Case number 2020 CCR 0172, State of Texas versus Randy Sewell, and case number 0250.
Jason Collin with Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid on behalf of Mr. Sewell. Your Honor, I do believe he's on the call.
I'm here.
Okay, turn on your camera, Mr. Sewell. We can hear you, but we can't see you. There you go. Okay, for the record, the defendant's attorney and the state have signed off agreeing to do this plea bargain through video conference. With that, I'm gonna have Mr. Sewell be sworn in, please.
Mr. Sewell, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you are about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? I need to hear you.
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
State your name, please.
Randy Sewell.
Okay, Mr. Sewell, you are aware that you reached an agreement with the state through your attorney?
Yes, I do.
And do you understand the agreement?
Yes, I do.
And you are aware that if this court rules in favor of abiding by the agreement, that you're waiving your right to appeal?
Yes, I do.
And unless you get approval from this court? You understand?
Yes, I do.
All right. And are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes, okay. State, you want to read the agreement, please? Oh, you're muted.
I apologize, Judge.
All right.
In cause number 2020 CCR 172, in exchange for a plea of guilty, the defendant would be sentenced to 180 days county jail, probated for 180 days, to run concurrent with cause number 2019 CR 60 in the following conditions: payment of court costs, attorney's fees, a $350 fine, $100 in restitution to the victim, all standard conditions of probation, no contact with the victim or the family of the victim, anger management classes, and to run concurrent with cause number 2020 CCR 50. In cause number 2020 CCR 50, it appears the agreement is the same, Your Honor, and the two causes would run concurrent.
Your Honor, if I may.
Yes.
I do apologize. I think there may be a typological error. I think these are pleas for 2020 CCR 0250 and 2020 CCR 0172. That was my understanding. I don't know if that's accurate.
If I may, Your Honor, Mr. Collin, yes, I'm reading the plea agreements based on signed documents that were returned via email from you on July 13th, 2021. I'm reading from that PDF.
And I do apologize. I think I just noticed that myself.
Okay.
It's the two cases that are set for today, Your Honor. They're supposed to be running concurrent.
Yes, the 0172 and 0250 is what I show on the document.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
The same ones that are on the document.
And per the plea, they would run concurrent.
I just wanted to do that. Sorry, Your Honor.
Okay, so are we good?
We should be.
All right. Okay, Mr. Sewell, having the state read out the agreements, do you understand them?
Yes.
Okay. And how do you plead to the charges?
Guilty.
Right.
Guilty.
Okay. This court rules in favor of abiding by the agreements.
In cause numbers 2020 CCR 172 and 2020 CCR 250, Respectively, the state offers exhibits 1, 2, 3, and 4.
No objections, Your Honor.
Noted and admitted.
May Mr. Sewell be excused at this time?
He may.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Collins. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Case number 2020 CCR 0204, State of Texas versus Joe Marie Solis. Okay, so she wasn't on the initial roll call. I'm gonna recall. Case number 2019 CCR 0252, State of Texas versus Vanessa Stephanie Tijerina, and case number 0228.
I'm here, Your Honor. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Ms. Tijerina, I think last time that you came up on the docket, you were gonna get an attorney. And I know you had some other cases pending at district court.
Yes. I'm not mistaken. I don't have my calendar right now, but I do believe we're set for trial on that felony case towards the end of September, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. So I don't know what y'all want to do with that. Still have to talk to him and meet with him.
Who was the attorney?
It was Dan Sanchez, and yeah, I need to meet with him about obviously that, but also about these cases as well.
Her case here coming up in district court. We can find out. But what we're gonna do, Mr. Tijerina, is we're gonna make sure that I schedule the next hearings here in county court after what's scheduled in district court. She's finding that out for me right now. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and recall your case.
Okay, so I stay logged in.
Yes, okay. Yes. Shouldn't take long.
Sure.
Case number 2016 CCR 0087, State of Texas versus Juan Angel Torres. Mr. Torres.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ray Rodriguez for Juan Angel Torres, Judge.
Go ahead, counsel. I see him. He's on.
Judge, on this case, I have an agreement with the state. We are currently in the process of getting discovery in this case, Judge. We're set for trial, I believe tomorrow's our trial date, but we're asking for a reset at this time, Judge.
Okay, so I'm gonna set it for September the 8th, counsel.
Is that a trial setting, Your Honor?
Okay, and let me ask you, are you asking for status or pre-trial and trial? No, I think we lost you there. Okay. Mr. Rodriguez, can you hear me?
Frozen on my screen, Your Honor.
Right, he's frozen. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and schedule. He was asking for either status or trial, but what I'll do is I'll set it for pre-trial and trial, even if it's status. September the 8th. Mr. Torres, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm scheduling your hearing for September the 8th.
September 8th.
September the 8th. Did you hear that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah, I think we lost your attorney for a while. But you're excused. I'm sure he was asking for an extension. Yes, you're excused.
Thank you.
Case number 2018 CCR 0043, State of Texas versus Noe Vallejo. Okay, he wasn't on the initial call either, so I'm gonna recall. Case number 2020 CCR 0235, State of Texas versus Aaron Vela.
Good morning, Your Honor. Excuse me. Good morning, Your Honor. Ryan Solis for Mr. Vela. Your Honor, he's got MCR this morning. However, he's got a couple of pending felonies that I'm helping him out with as well. And so respectfully ask if we can get this case reset so that we can resolve the felonies, Judge.
Okay, so you're asking for a status date?
Yes, Your Honor, please.
Okay, so we'll set it for September 8th. Would that work?
That would be fine, Your Honor.
All right.
Your Honor, I'm sorry to interrupt. I believe Mr. Solis was announcing on Arturo Vela, not Aaron Vela.
Did I?
I'm Aaron Vela. That's why
My apologies,
Your
sir.
Honor, I thank you for that. Yes, she is correct, Your Honor. I was announcing for Arturo, not for Aaron. I'm sorry about that, Judge.
Oh, okay, all right, so let's start all over. Sorry about that, Mr. Vela. Okay,
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
so I'm gonna start all over. Case number 2020 CCR 0235, State of Texas versus Aaron Vela.
Joseph Moreno, Texas Rio Grande legal aid for Mr. Vela, Your Honor. He is on the call, and coincidentally, he did inform me that he intends to hire private counsel.
No, I didn't say I was gonna hire private counsel. I said I was gonna represent myself. That's what I said.
I suppose he wants to represent himself, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Vela.
Yes, sir.
I strongly suggest you get an attorney. I'm gonna set.
I mean, to me, Your Honor, it's like my lawyer said. It's just a misdemeanor. In 6 months, I haven't been able to sit down with him and discuss my case. So I feel that he can't defend me. If he don't know nothing about my case, how are we gonna go to trial tomorrow and he's gonna defend me? He has never talked to me.
Your Honor, we have talked about his case, and he doesn't believe a word.
We have not talked about our case.
And we haven't sat down very often, but we had talked about his case.
Often, never. Say the truth, brother.
Okay.
Talk about your case, sir.
All right, this is what I'm gonna do, Mr. Vela. I'm gonna set the case for September the 8th. All right.
I'm not gonna get no counsel. I'm gonna represent myself. Because I've been offered 2 jobs and I can't leave because I've been here over a year. This is going on 2 years.
Okay.
And I haven't been able to resolve anything.
This is what I'm gonna do, Mr. Vela. Is I obviously you qualified for an appointed attorney, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna appoint another attorney. Okay.
I would rather represent myself, take care of it tomorrow, because I'm not gonna plead guilty to this charge, Your Honor. It don't matter what happens. I want to be heard, because if I have an attorney, I can't talk to the prosecutor. I can't defend myself. I can't say nothing. And I want to get this over with, because as long as I keep on going like this, I cannot leave out of the state and work, and that's my problem.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna appoint another attorney, and then if you wanna reject that, and then so be it. But I think this court needs to at least give you that, since you were unable to work things out with your attorney. And that attorney is Andres Wiltron. Right. Mr. Moreno.
Yes, Judge.
And you file a withdrawal form.
Sure, Judge, I'll do that.
All right. Okay, so it's set for September the 8th. You're excused, Mr. Vela.
Thank
Case
Your
number.
Honor.
Thank you.
Your Honor, Ray Rodriguez here, Judge.
Oh, hold on. Case number 2020 CCR 0232, State of Texas versus Israel Angel Vela.
Joseph Moreno, Texas Rio Grande legal aid for Mr. Vela, Judge. He does have some felony cases pending. We are asking for announcement trial settings in this case, Judge.
Mr. Vela, are you on?
He's at the jail, Judge. He's in front of the camera.
Okay, can you hear us?
Yes.
All right. So we'll set it for September 8th pre-trial, September 9th for trial.
Thank you, Judge. May Mr. Vela be excused?
You may. Let me go back to
September 8th, September 9th.
Case number 2021 CCR 0053, State of Texas versus Tommy Ray Vela. And case number 0056.
Jason Holland with Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid on behalf of Mr. Vela. I do believe he's on the call, Your Honor.
Mr. Tommy Ray Vela.
I see a square with his name on it. I don't know if he can hear us.
We don't see him. Was he on?
Your Honor.
Yes.
Your Honor, I apologize for interrupting. Can we remind those defendants who are not being called to mute their devices, please? I'm getting some interference.
Okay. Did everybody hear that? If your case is not up, mute. Put yourself on mute. Okay, so Mr. Tommy Ray Vela is apparently not on.
Your Honor, it does seem that he's just come back to his screen.
Yeah, I see the square and something. I don't know. I can't tell. Oh, I see his forehead. There you go. Just unmute yourself, Mr. Vela. I think we should be good. I lost it. There. We can see you, Mr. Vela. We can't hear you. I'm gonna recall those cases. Case number 2019 CCR 0011, State of Texas versus Arturo Vela III.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ryan Solis for Mr. Vela. He's there present on the screen. Your Honor, Mr. Vela has, as I had mentioned earlier, Mr. Vela has a couple of pending felonies that I'm helping him with. We would respectfully ask, Your Honor, if we could get this case reset, hopefully so that we can resolve the felonies, which may very well be dispositive of this case as well, Judge.
Okay. And I just don't see him. Do you see him?
Yes, Your Honor. He's the gentleman there on the screen in jail. Yes, Judge.
I'm sorry. And ask me one more time, counsel. I'm sorry.
Your Honor, he's, like I said, he's got a couple of pending felonies that we're trying to resolve, and I'm hoping that in resolving those, that we'll also be able to take care of this one as well.
Okay.
And so we would respectfully ask for a date, either sometime in September or maybe even October, Your Honor.
Okay, so we'll do October 2nd. October 6th, counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor. May he be excused, Judge.
He may.
Thank you, Judge.
Case number 2020 CCR 0154, State of Texas versus Teresita de Jesus Zamorano. There she is.
Jason Collins with Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid on behalf of Ms. Zamorano.
Ms. Zamorano, can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, counsel.
Your Honor, in this case, we're still waiting for an offer from the state. We're asking for another status to see if we can work it out.
Okay, so we're gonna set it for September 9th. 8th, I'm sorry, September 8th.
Thank you, Your Honor. May Ms. Zamorano be excused at this time?
She may. Okay, let me go back to what did we find out on that district court?
Your Honor.
Okay.
Mr. Ray Rodriguez, I sent you a chat.
Okay, thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Your Honor,
Okay, case number 2019 CCR 0252, State of Texas versus Vanessa Stephanie Tijerina, and case number 0228. So, Ms. Tijerina, are you on?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so they are scheduled for August, so we're
Okay.
gonna schedule this for September 9th. For September the 8th.
Let me, okay. Oh, what, okay. What did you say was scheduled?
It's in August
Okay, yes. And so
in
I
District Court.
returned to you on September 9th then.
The 8th. The 8th.
The 8th,
Yes.
a Wednesday. Yes. Correct?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Very good. Thank
All
you,
right.
ma'am. Be excused.
Yes, you may.
Okay. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Your
Okay.
Honor, may I take a
Yes,
case?
go ahead, Counsel.
I'm so sorry, Your Honor. Can we recall 2021 CCR 0008 for Clarissa Elda Cavazos? It's on page 4 of the docket.
But let me just okay, well, I'll do that one. On what was the name?
It's Clarissa Elda Cavazos.
Okay. Case number 2021 CCR 0008.
Jason, under legal aid on behalf of Ms. Cavazos. I do believe she's on the call now, Your Honor.
Yes.
Can you hear it? Okay, go ahead, Counsel.
Your Honor, on this case, we're still waiting for an offer from the state. We're asking for one more status to see if we could try and work it out.
I'm going to set it for September 8th.
Thank you, Your Honor. May Ms. Cavazos be excused at this time?
You may.
Thank you.
Okay, so I know Council Solis is here. So case number 2019 CCR 0225, State of Texas versus Joshua Alejandro, and case number 0226 0227.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ryan Solis for Mr. Alejandro. Judge, he's got a number of felonies that we're working on trying to resolve, hoping as well that those felonies will resolve these misdemeanors.
Okay, we can barely hear you, Counsel.
Can you hear me now, Judge?
Yes.
Okay. Ryan Solis for Mr. Alejandro. He's got a number of felonies that we're trying to resolve. And what we're hoping is that with those felonies that we will be able to also resolve these misdemeanor cases as well. Hopefully the goal is to get these dismissed with.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're still on hold.
Okay. Put yourself on mute. All right, so we're gonna schedule them, and for the record, also the last case number is 0044. So we're gonna schedule it for okay, Counsel. So we can go for October.
That would be fine, Your Honor. If you want to do it October the 6th as well with Mr. Vela, that would be fine with me, Judge.
Okay, so we're gonna set them for October the 6th.
That's good, Your Honor.
Yeah, and we can hear you, but barely, Counsel.
I'll see what I can do with my computer, Your Honor, to fix that. Thank you.
All right. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to do Mr. Solis's.
Your Honor, I've only got one more, which is Mrs. Bridget Huerta.
On page 11, Your Honor, the last case on page 11.
Okay, case number 2019 CCR 0119, State of Texas versus Bridget Nicole Huerta.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ryan Solis for Mrs. Huerta. She's present here on the screen as well, Judge.
Yes, Your Honor.
The agreement that we've got, Your Honor, in the state is that she had a pending felony, which Mr. Robert Flores was representing her on, And the agreement was that when she pled to the felony, that the misdemeanor would be dismissed. And so she's informed me that she has resolved the case at the district court level. And so what I would respectfully ask, Your Honor, is if we can get a reset date, and then in the interim, I'll get with the state about the dismissal for Mrs. Huerta, Your Honor. And then if for whatever reason something goes wrong with that, then we can just come back on this, for the reset date and inform the court.
Okay, so we're gonna set it for September the 8th.
September the 8th. That sounds good, Your Honor. May she be excused, Your Honor.
She may?
Your Honor, that concludes my business before the court. May I also be excused?
Yes, you may.
Have a great day, Judge.
Thank you, Judge. Have a blessed day.
Thank you. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna, let's see, do we have a call at the request of any attorney with their clients?
Your Honor, I believe Mr. Moreno wanted to discuss a cold plea with
Your Honor, I do have some clients who were called earlier who informed me that they were on the call. But I suppose they couldn't hear or they were having issues with their device.
and then I believe the only one that I have notes for that an attorney wanted to speak with was Mr. Joseph Moreno and Alejandro Herrera.
That is true, Judge. I would like to speak to him.
Let's get that out of the way. What do you anticipate in terms of time, Mr. Moreno?
I don't think it should be more than 10 minutes, Judge.
Right. Okay, so why don't we come back at 11:15? Then whomever else has joined us should have plenty of time to tune in. We're gonna restart till 11:15.
Just to inform the court in the coordinator so that she may send me to the breakout room, Mr. Alejandro was in jail. And so we need to be sent to the breakout room with the jail judge and for Mr. Alejandro to be.
No, we're good? Okay, yes, she's aware, Counsel.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. 11:15.
Your Honor, may I address the court right quick?
Yes.
Judge, I have Robert Cavazos. I've been logged in, but he hasn't logged in. May I be excused, or does this honorable court still want me to stay logged in?
Your Honor, shall the state ask the defendant's name be called 3 times?
All right, let me find it first. Okay, what page are we on?
Page number 4, Your Honor. It's 2 cause numbers 2019 CCR 83 and 2019 CCR 256.
Mr. Ruben Cavazos, Robert Cavazos. Mr. Robert Cavazos, can you hear us? Mr. Robert Cavazos. And we check he's not in the lobby either. Mr. Robert Cavazos, are you on? Okay, state.
Your Honor, the time is 11:59. This cause was set for 9 a.m. Mr. Robert Cavazos' name has been called in excess of 3 times and he has wholly failed to appear. Therefore, the state asks that a capias issue for his arrest, that his bond be forfeited, that bond be set to no bond, and that a judgment nisi be entered in favor of the state.
Granted.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
Thank you, Counsel. We're gonna recess till 11:15.
Yes, sir.
All right. So I think we're on. Okay, so we're gonna start. Yes. Is she? How about the state?
Yes, Your Honor. Hello.
Okay. All right. So we're good. All right. So we'll start from the top of the napkin. Okay. Case number 2019 CCR 0163, State of Texas versus Bobby Ray Brown. Mr. Brown, Bobby Ray Brown. Are you on? Mr. Robert Ray Brown. Mr. Robert Ray Brown. State.
Your Honor, the time is 11:21 a.m. This cause was originally set for 9 a.m. Mr. Brown's name has been called in excess of 3 times and he has wholly failed to appear. Therefore, the state asks that a capias issue for his arrest, that his bond be forfeit, that bond be set to no bond, and that a judgment nisi be entered in favor of the state.
Granted. Case number 2020 CCR 0095, State of Texas versus Nereida Cecilia Carreon. Nereida Cecilia Carreon. Nereida Cecilia Carreon. Nereida Cecilia Carreon. State.
Your Honor, the time is now 11:22 a.m. This cause was originally set for 9 a.m. Ms. Carrion's name has been called in excess of 3 times and she has wholly failed to appear. Therefore, the state asks that a capias issue for her arrest, that her bond be forfeit, that bond be set to no bond, and that a judgment nisi be entered in favor of the state.
Granted. This one, I want to make sure I already. Case number 2021 CCR 0008 on Clarissa Elda Cavazos.
Your Honor, based on my notes, the court reset that cause to September 8th.
Okay, all right, so we're good with them. All right. Case number 2021 CCR 0086, State of Texas versus Ismael Tanguma Echavarria, and case number 0087.
Yes, I'm here, Your Honor.
Joseph Moreno, Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid. Your Honor, I texted Mr. Tanguma after the court called his name. He informed me that he's been on the call. I think he just couldn't hear anything, Judge.
Yes, yes, he's right. I've been seeing him on this.
Your Honor, on this case, I think we're going to work out the misdemeanor cases. He does have some felonies pending, but I would ask the court to reset these cases for a status 7.
All right, so we'll set it for September the 8th, Council.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Chavarria, be excused?
Yes, he may.
Thank you, Judge.
Case number 2021 CCR 0074, State of Texas versus Steve Garcia Jr. Mr. Steve Garcia Jr., are you on? Mr. Steve Garcia Jr. Mr. Steve Garcia Jr. Mr. Steve Garcia Jr. State.
Your Honor, this cause was set for 9 a.m. The time is now 11:24 a.m. Mr. Garcia's name has been called in excess of 3 times and he has wholly failed to appear. Therefore, the state asks that a capias issue for his arrest, that his bond be forfeit, that bond be set to no bond, and that a judgment nisi be entered in favor of the state.
Granted.
Thank you.
Case number 2021 CCR 0077, State of Texas versus Israel Garcia Hernandez. Mr. Israel Garcia Hernandez, are you on? Mr. Israel Garcia Hernandez, are you on? Mr. Israel Garcia Hernandez. State.
Your Honor, this cause was set for 9 a.m. The time is now 11:25 a.m. Mr. Garcia Hernandez's name has been called in excess of 3 times and he has wholly failed to appear. Therefore, the state asks that a capias issue for his arrest, that his bond be forfeit, that bond be set to no bond, and that a judgment nisi be entered in favor of the state.
Granted. Case number 2020 CCR 0133, State of Texas versus Miguel Garza. Mr. Miguel Garza, are you on? Mr. Miguel Garza. Huh? He was? Mr. Miguel. All right. Mr. Garza, can you hear us? Yes. Mr. Garza, can you hear me? We can see you, but we can't hear you.
Yes, I hear you now.
Okay. Were you able to make contact with your attorney?
No, I never got in contact with him. I called him yesterday. He said we had court today, and he told me at 9. So I'm here at court. I texted him, and he didn't answer.
All right. Well, what I'm going to do under the circumstances is I'm going to go ahead and reschedule for September the 8th.
September the 8th?
Yes, Mr.
Okay.
Garza. Continue to try and communicate with your attorney.
Okay.
And tell him he let you down.
Okay, sir, because it's because I work offshore. I work as a shrimp boat. In the shrimp boat, I'm a rigman. So
Okay.
I don't know the days we come in, but I'll be here on September the 8th.
Okay, and let your attorney know.
Okay.
All right.
Your Honor, before we move on from page 8, did the court address State versus Greg Godesa, the second to last one on page 8, 2020 CR68?
Yeah, there was an order to abate filed.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Thank you for bringing it up. Mute your phones. All right.
Hello?
Yeah, we're going through the whole docket, so just hang in there. Case number 2019 CCR 0245, State of Texas versus Alejandro Herrera.
Joseph Moreno, Texas Rio Grande legal aid from our Judge. Your Honor, this is a case we asked the court to recall because we were considering a cold plea. However, it has, I suppose, I have considered that the court would need the evidence packet in order to consider the guilty plea, to substantiate the guilty plea. Mr. Herrera has been in custody for an awfully long time, Judge. The agreement initially was 50 days, and he was held in Hidalgo County for about 10 months on a different charge. In Hidalgo County, he was given a PR bond on this case. Well, let me rephrase that. While he was in Hidalgo County, he was given a PR bond in this case. But rather than be released, he was sent to Cameron County for an MTR he had pending over there. And he was held in Cameron County for a while. He's been back in Willacy County. We have not been able to get him pled out because I believe Ms. Coy has been out from the DA's office, and so we haven't gotten a plea packet. We did file a motion for a bond yesterday, Judge. We're asking the court to consider a PR bond in this case, since he does have the time. And it isn't a matter of not trying to work it out, it's simply a matter of it's been a logistical issue that we haven't been able to get the plea packet done, Judge. We would like to enter a cold plea if possible, but understanding that there's no plea packet, there's no evidence packet before the court to consider to substantiate the guilt.
Your Honor, the district attorney's office emailed the plea to via Ms. Jenny Chavez. The plea was emailed to defense counsel yesterday, Your Honor.
Unfortunately, Judge, I was probably at the jail when it was emailed to me. I haven't seen it and haven't had a chance to go over it.
Okay, so let me just, so that I understand it. So at some point, this court had already issued a bond form?
There was a bond at I believe at the magistrate level. It was a PR bond. He was being held in Hidalgo County. And so at the magistrate level, a PR bond was issued. But rather than be released from Hidalgo County, he was sent to Cameron County. And I believe maybe that's where an FTA may have arisen and cannabis was issued.
Okay, now the PR bond that you're referring to, was it for this
For this
case?
charge. Yes, Judge, for this charge.
From this court? All right, I'm told that there was an order from this court to reinstate his bond, whatever it was, that the initial bond. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that again, counsel. And so you guys can iron out the plea bargain papers. And okay, and we'll set it for August 3rd.
August 3rd. Thank you, Judge.
All right.
Commissioner, be excused.
You may.
Mr. Renato, I resent that plea packet to you just right now.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Case number 2019 CCR 0119, State of Texas versus Bridget Nicole. We're done. I'm sorry. We're done. Case number 2019 CCR 0266, State of Texas versus Janie Loya.
Joseph Moreno, Texas Rio Grande Legal Lake. She announced earlier that she was present.
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
Your Honor, in this case, we're asking for the next announcement in trial setting.
Set it for September 8th pre-trial, September 9th for trial.
Thank you, Judge. May Ms. Lawyer be excused?
You may. Case number 2019 CCR 0157, State of Texas versus Mario Alberto Martinez. Mr. Mario Alberto Martinez, are you on? Mr. Mario Alberto Martinez. Mario Alberto Martinez, are you on? Mario Alberto Martinez. State.
Your Honor, this cause was set for 9 a.m. The time is now 11:33 a.m. Mr. Martinez's name has been called in excess of 3 times and he has wholly failed to appear. Therefore, the state asks that a capias issue for his arrest, that his bond be forfeit, that bond be set to no bond, and that a judgment in I be entered in favor of the state.
Granted.
Thank you, Judge.
Case number 201 CCR 0069, State of Texas versus Gerardo Martinez Hernandez. On this one, I know he's in custody. I'm gonna reset it for September the 8th.
Is that a status setting, Judge?
Yes.
Thank you, Judge.
Case number 2021 CCR 0072, State of Texas versus Hugo Humberto Martinez Reynaga. And I think his attorney is not present. Mr. Reynaga, is that you? Can you hear me? Yes. Mr. Reynaga, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so what we're gonna do in your case is we're gonna set it for September the 8th as well. Okay, now, when was the last time that you talked to your attorney? Oh, he hasn't. Okay, so an attorney, Mr. Travis Lee Bentz, is gonna be making contact with you, okay?
Yes, so I've been trying to call him and he has never answered me and I've been here already for 8 months and a half. And the last time I came here to court was in May the 2nd. And we're just going to now to July 13th.
Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set yours for August 3rd. And we're gonna make contact with your attorney to make sure that he's reaching out to you. All right?
I've been calling him every day and he never answers.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And he's court appointed. Okay, we're gonna make contact with him. And if need be, then we'll reappoint another attorney. But I'm moving up your case to August the 3rd instead of September.
Okay.
All right. Case number 2020 CCR 0086, State of Texas versus, no, not on that. Wrong one. Case number 2020 CCR 0210, State of Texas versus Felipe Olivares Jr. Mr. Felipe Olivares Jr., are you on? Mr. Felipe Olivares Jr. Felipe Olivares Jr. Mr. Felipe Olivares Jr. State.
Pause was set for 9 a.m. The time is now 11:36 a.m. Mr. Olivares' name has been called in excess of 3 times, and he has wholly failed to appear. Therefore, the state asks that a capias issue for his arrest, that his bond be forfeit, that bond be set to no bond, and that a judgment nisi be entered in favor of the state.
Granted. Case number 2020 CCR 0180, State of Texas versus Elidoro Perales Jr.
Joseph Moreno, Texas Rio Grande do Relay for Mr. Perales, Your Honor. This is the case where I announced earlier that he was trying to log on and was having issues. I believe that he's on now.
Mr. Perales, are you on? Mr. Elidoro Perales Jr., are you on? I'm told to press *6. Try pressing *6 on your phone, Mr. Perales. You see him on the square or something? Are you there, Mr. Perales? Hello? I think we can hear you now. Say something.
Your Honor, the state asks that the name Eliodoro Perales be called 3 times.
Mr. Elidoro Perales Jr. Mr. Elidoro.
Eli.
Elidoro Perales Jr. Yes.
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, yes, we can, Mr. Perales.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Can you activate the camera part? We can hear you. Oh, you can.
No, sir. I'm having problem with my phone. It won't let me speak and see, but I can speak.
All right. I'm gonna make an exception. We're needing to see your face, but go ahead, Counsel.
Your Honor, in this case, we're asking for the next pretrial and trial setting.
We're gonna set your pretrial and trial dates September the 8th for pretrial, September the 9th for trial. Mr.
Yes,
Peralta,
sir.
make sure that you test whatever device you're gonna use on September the 8th, because we need to not only hear you, but see you.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, make that happen and test it before that date.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Thank you, Judge. Yeah, Mr. Perales, be excused.
you may. Case number 2020 CCR 0163, State of Texas versus Ivan Joel Romero. Mr. Ivan Joel Romero. Mr. Ivan Joel Romero. Ivan Joel Romero. Mr. Ivan Joel Romero. State.
This cause was set for 9 a.m. The time is now 11:40 a.m. Mr. Romero's name has been called in excess of 3 times, and he has wholly failed to appear. Therefore, the state asks that a capias issue for his arrest, that his bond be forfeit, that bond be set to no bond, and that a judgment nisi be entered in favor of the state.
Granted. Case number 2020 CCR 0074, State of Texas versus John Esteban Rosales, and case number 0227. Mr. John Esteban Rosales. Mr. John Esteban Rosales. Mr. John Esteban Rosales. John Esteban Rosales. State.
This cause was set for 9 a.m. The time is now 11:41 a.m. Mr. Rosales' name has been called in excess of 3 times, and he has wholly failed to appear. Therefore, the state asks that a capias issue for his arrest, that bond be forfeit, that bond be set to no bond, and that a judgment nisi be entered in favor of the state.
Granted. Case number 2020 CCR 0204, State of Texas versus Joe Marie Solis. Ms. Joe Marie Solis. Ms. Joe Marie Solis, are you on? Ms. Joe Marie Solis. State.
This cause was set for 9 a.m. The time is now 11:41 a.m. Ms. Solis' name has been called in excess of 3 times, and she has wholly failed to appear. Therefore, the state asks that capias issue for her arrest, that her bond be forfeit, that bond be set to no bond, and that judgment nisi be entered in favor of the state.
Granted. Case number 2018 CCR 0043, State of Texas versus Noe Vallejo. Mr. Noe Vallejo. Vallejo, are you on? Mr. Noe Vallejo, are you on? Mr. Noe Vallejo, are you on? Noe Vallejo. State.
This cause was set for 9 a.m. The time is now 11:42 a.m. Mr. Vallejo's name has been called in excess of 3 times, and he has wholly failed to appear. Therefore, the state asks that a capias issue for his arrest, that bond be forfeit, that bond be set to no bond, and that a judgment nisi be entered in favor of the state.
Granted. Case number 2021 CCR 0053, State of Texas versus Tommy Ray Vela, and case number 0056. Mr. Tommy Ray Vela, are you on?
Jason Collins with Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid. He should be on the call now.
I see him, but I can't hear.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Okay, we're here. Go ahead, Counsel.
Offers on both of his cases. We are asking for one more reset so we can continue to work these out.
So we're gonna set it for September the 8th.
Thank you.
Mr. Vela.
Yes, sir.
Your name was called earlier. Were you present?
I had the phone next to me. I just couldn't hear anything.
Okay, so you're one that we could see, but we couldn't hear you, or vice versa.
Yes, sir.
All right, so obviously, you know, this situation you're in obviously takes priority in your everyday life. So what I suggest you do is try your equipment, right? With maybe your counsel, make sure that it's working properly. Okay.
Okay. I think it was on mute and I just didn't unmute it.
All right. Okay, September 8th.
All right. Thank you, sir. Apologize.
Right.
Can Mr. Vela be excused, Your Honor?
May. Let's see. Case number 2021 CCR 0074, State of Texas versus Steve Garcia Jr.
I'm here.
Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid on behalf of Mr. Garcia, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Garcia.
Yes.
Your name was called out in two.
I'm sorry. I mixed dates. I didn't know I had court today. I thought it was like next week. I'm sorry about that. My bail bond's the one that called me, and I answered her and like, oh, you had court today. Like, oh, I forgot, and I already came in right now.
Oh, yeah.
The phone number that the legal aid has for Mr. Garcia is not a working number. If I could ask for his current phone number so we can update it in our system.
Oh, my number is 956-746-1522.
Thank you, sir.
Go ahead, Counsel.
In this case, Your Honor, we do have an offer from the state. If I could have one more status setting so that I can convey the offer to Mr. Garcia and try to work the case out.
Okay, so we're gonna set it for September the 8th.
Thank you, Your Honor. May Mr. Garcia be excused, sir?
Well,
Yes,
hold
yes,
hold on.
thank you.
Well, hold on, Mr. Garcia.
Oh,
Okay, now, I just want you to know what has happened, not what will happen potentially, but what has actually happened is this court has agreed with the state to grant what's called a capias. A capias means that an officer of the law can go pick you up and arrest you right now, because that's what this court has ruled, right?
okay, okay.
I want you to understand the degree of seriousness that you have caused for not being on. Now we can go into the why part, and it can be all kinds of reasons, but the fact still remains that you weren't here at night. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the capias, but make it clear that if you are not on time, right? And I understand we're in weird times, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Instead of you being here in front of me, you're on a screen, but nonetheless, the law is the law. So make sure that from now on, you are on the screen by 9 a.m. whenever you.
Yes, I'll be here. I'll be there on September 8th.
All right, Mr. Edson.
All right, thank you.
All right, your excuse.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Your Honor, I apologize for interrupting the court, but there's someone on the screen with his hand raised.
Okay.
It's Galaxy A01.
Is that the one you're referring to? Okay, case number 2019 CCR 0083, State of Texas versus Robert Cavazos Jr. And I guess also case number 0256, Robert Cavazos.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's see. So Noel Anise was here earlier, right? Okay, Mr. Cavazos, you heard what I told.
Yes, sir.
You heard what I told the previous defendant?
Yes, sir.
All right, so were you on at 9 a.m. this morning?
No, sir. What is it called? I got a new phone. So I think they were trying to get a hold of the 6013, but I got a new phone. So I was, my friend came in the morning. He's like, "Hey, Robert, you got a warrant for your arrest." And I thought I had court. I'm like, "What do you mean?" I thought I had court on the 15th. So I called Noe. And he's like, "Yeah, Robert, he's already in court." So I was like, I wasn't trying to miss. I got a new phone. My roof caved in. Just trying to be a part of, trying not to miss any piece that I have that I cannot to miss. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be in trouble or anything. I know it's been a couple of resets already. And I'm not gonna lie. I'm the one that didn't. I got a phone yesterday. I thought court was on the 15th. I called today, and today we're supposed to have court, and I'm just called into.
Well, does your attorney, did you change your phone number or just the phone?
No, I think it's what was that?
Did you change your phone number or just the phone?
No, I changed the whole. I got a whole new phone because my grandma wanted her phone back.
And does your attorney have your new phone number?
Yes, sir. I called him. I called him at 11 o'clock and gave him the new number, and they said that just to see if I can ask you if you can give me a reset date, but it was up to you.
Okay, well, let me ask you. The reset date is really not too big of an issue. The bigger question is, should I remove the capias? What do you think? The capias, what the capias means, Mr. Cavazos, is that a peace officer can go pick you up wherever you're at and incarcerate you, right? It's kind of like a warrant for your arrest. So that is the question. And it's in place already because you weren't here when I called the name. So should I withdraw that, or
can you do that for me, sir, please?
Well, no, and I'm not asking you to to plea on that. I'm barely just asking. You mentioned your situation personally. You mentioned that your roof caved in, and I don't know if it was just a figure of speech because of other issues you might have, but nonetheless, try not to add to that, right?
Yeah.
Because the
Yes,
more
sir.
issues you have, the worse it gets. I'm gonna go
Yes.
ahead and remove it. I'm gonna go ahead and remove it, and I'm gonna set it for September the 8th.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
All right, and check your phone out with your attorney. Make sure it's working so that you're not late on September the 8th. Okay.
Yes, sir. I gave him the new phone number and I gave him a new address. I just had to move houses. I can't have my kids in the other house because the roofs are caving in.
Oh, so literally the roof is caving in?
Yeah, it's caving in. The water that came in from last week, it dropped all 4 rooms. My money just went to waste. I don't know. I'm just trying my best is just to keep my kids away from dangerous people and just trying to move forward. That's it.
You hang in there. This that you're in, on as far as the court, you're gonna put it behind you at some point, right?
Yes, sir.
Just hang in there. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. We'll see you next month. And where do you live? Where do you live?
Here in Raymondville, sir. 774 East Ituria.
All right.
I got some help from the Red Cross. A week ago, they gave my wife $500, but $500 ain't really nothing. So I just told her, like, we can only stay in hotels for right now until I fix up a room for us or something.
All right. Look, get this number. Do you have something to write with?
Yes, sir.
Okay, call 689 3393.
What was that, sir?
689 3393.
3393.
And ask for Jessica.
Jessica.
Yes, and this has nothing to do about your case. It has to do with the situation on the range. All
Okay,
right?
appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Have a good day.
All right. So let's see. Close.
I've been excused.
Yes, you may.
Thank you.
2020 CCR.
And 2020 CCR 01. 099 and 01.
Okay, and these are the
99 is Michael Bergquist. 100 is Sandra Bergquist. They've been on all morning.
yes. Okay, case number 2020 CCR 099, State versus Michael Bergquist, and case number 202 CCR 0100, State versus Sandra Bergquist.
Good morning, Your Honor. Robert Ford for the defendants. They are present, Your Honor.
Okay, so on these, let's start with, okay, well, go ahead, counsel.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you, Judge. We're here because the both defendants who are married were issued capiases and had their bonds forfeited for failure to appear at the last status hearing. If you'll recall, Your Honor, this is an elderly couple that travels. They were having difficulty getting on Zoom on that particular day. They are back in Port Mansfield now and are here before the court to ask that their bonds be reinstated, judgment be set aside, and the capias lifted. Mr. Michael Bergquist, Your Honor, I have received his medical records and suffers from severe dementia and is probably incapable of even speaking for himself right now. We'll probably have to speak through his wife, Ms. Bergquist, who's also present, Your Honor.
Okay, so, counsel, obviously, your concern is the capuses, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and aside from that, what is, I guess, what are you guys asking this court to do?
Just that the capias be lifted, Your Honor, and the bonds be reinstated.
And how about the charges that are pending?
Well, we're still in the discovery phase, Your Honor. We have just received discovery from the state. I've yet to staff it with the state and also to see whether they're PTD qualified since this is their first charge.
State?
The state defers to the court's discretion.
All right. The reason I say is, and I understand that the Berquist and they're out of state and what have you, and I believe that in different court hearings that we've had, counsel, they have appeared and then you have not, and then I think vice versa. Nonetheless, and I know that things happen and so forth, but my thing is for the case to move forward, and so that we give the Berquist, and I don't know what state are you in?
We're in Texas.
Oh, they're in Texas now. Okay. I know that at some point we had talked and they were out of state, I believe.
Yes, they've been out of state several times, Your Honor.
Right. Nonetheless, I am going to remove the capuses, counsel.
Thank you, Judge.
But so my understanding is you're working with the state, and at this time we don't have them set for any date, right? So we don't have a set hearing date as of now, counsel. So
Yes, Your Honor. So I would just ask for maybe a August or September status.
Okay, so we're gonna set it for September the 8th.
9 a.m., Judge?
9 a.m. Be sure, okay, since capuses were issued, I'm looking at this particular case as one that I need to make sure that both you, counsel, and your clients are indeed present on September the 8th at 9.
We will, Your Honor.
All right. Yeah, and Mr. and Mrs. Berquist, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, and you heard all of the conversation. I should have asked.
Yes.
You. Okay. All right. So
Thank you very much.
September the 8th.
Thank you, Judge. That's all we have before the court. Can we be excused?
Yes, you may. Oh, yeah. Okay, obviously, Mr. Sanchez is not on. Right, so you can make, okay, so State, this is more for you and of course, Ms. Robles. So we do have a motion to suppress scheduled for 3 p.m.
Yes, Your Honor.
I know that last time there was, I guess, miscommunication on the attorney's part as far as the date. So I'm going to make sure that we reach out to him to make sure that this is indeed happening and that everybody's prepared for it.
Your Honor, I believe Mr. Chuck Mattingly from my office will be handling that hearing.
Okay. All right.
Your Honor, Mr. Burnett asked me to ask the court. He had a case that was set for trial, did not have a pretrial setting, simply a trial setting. I believe that it's not going to go to trial. Does Mr. Burnett still have to appear? Or has the case been reset? I believe it's Preston Tate.
Have not had any discussion. I'm told here, I had not had a discussion on that, or I wasn't aware of that, but I'm told that if that's the case for him to submit something to the county clerks,
Okay, for Mr. Burnett to submit
Yes.
something,
So-
okay.
Something pertaining to that. He's not prepared for it.
A motion for continuance or something to that effect?
Something to that effect, yes.
Sure. I'll let him know, Judge.
All right.
I believe that's all we have. Judge, may we be excused?
Yes, you may.
Have a good day, Judge. Have a good day, State.
You too.
Yes, Your Honor. Was number one, the very first case on the docket, Mark Adame, was that one already heard? I still don't, on my records, don't show anything for it.
Yes.
It was a plea, sir.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay. We'll see you all.
Thank
Ms.
you, everyone. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you.